Coming up on Lindenwood News, Israeli forces rescue 2 hostages from Hamas militias.
Plus, country music star Toby Keith dies at age 62, how he spent the last weeks of his life.
And a baby is found dead in an oven in Kansas City. Those stories and more ahead on Lindenwood News. Welcome to this edition of Lindenwood News. I'm Isaac Isringhausen.
And I'm Emily Gauzinski.
Police are investigating a fatal car crash that happened in Florissant, Missouri. The crash happened on Saturday evening at the intersection of Newcastle Drive and New Halls Ferry Road in North St. Louis County. This all started when a car driven by 55-year-old Virgil Shivers went into oncoming traffic and hit Gary Bozeman's car head-on. The 71-year-old Bozeman died. He was not wearing his seatbelt. Shivers was taken to a local hospital. Police did not say what led to or caused the crash. Police are still actively investigating this crash.
Israeli forces rescued 2 Argentinian hostages early Monday morning. An Israeli military spokesman says forces broke into a second-floor apartment in Rafah that was under fire shortly before 2 o'clock in the morning. The spokesman also says Hamas militants were guarding the captives and that members of the rescue team shielded the hostages with their bodies as the battle continued. The hostages were identified as 60-year-old Fernando Simon Marman and 70-year-old Louis Hare.
A fatal shooting at celebrity pastor Joel Osteen's church in Houston left the suspect dead and 2 others hurt. Officials say that a woman entered the church with a long gun and fired a dozen shots before 2 off-duty officers fatally shot her. The Houston police chief says that the shooters had a young child with her who was also shot. The child is in critical condition. A witness describes the scene of the shooting.
I was just walking up the stairs, and when I got on the top, like they started shooting. I don't know, like I just heard, but it was like more than 10 shots.
Another man was also hit but is in stable condition. Police do not yet have a motive for the shooting.
A baby dies after a Kansas City, Missouri mother puts her child in the oven. Mariah Thomas told police she was putting her baby down for a nap and mistook the oven for her crib. Police responded to a report that an infant wasn't breathing on Friday afternoon. When responders arrived, they found a baby with burns. The baby died before responders could get there. The police still do not have an explanation on how the mother made this mistake. Thomas is charged with endangering the welfare of a child. It is not clear if she has a lawyer, and she has not yet entered a plea.
Straight ahead on Lindenwood News, a 14-year-old in Indianapolis faces multiple charges, including a felony. We'll tell you what charges he is facing coming up next.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
A teen crashes a stolen car on the north side of Indianapolis Sunday morning. Indianapolis police arrested the 14-year-old after they stole a 2016 Hyundai Elantra and crashed it near the north side of the city. Police say that the car was stolen from the home in the area. The authorities say that the 14-year-old is facing charges of felony auto theft and a driving without a license. The teen was taken to the hospital to be checked out. Police are still investigating this case.
The Francis Howell School District is changing how their students learn about Black history, and residents are not happy with it. The Board of Education announced on Thursday that they are taking out critical race theory and social justice from their curriculum. This new course will include Africa, slavery, and Reconstruction, in addition to the Civil Rights Movement. The district is expected to vote on these charges in March. The changes come as the nation celebrates Black History Month.
A local St. Charles restaurant is officially closed. Culpeppers, located on the 3000th block of West Clay Street, has closed their doors after 25 years. In a Facebook post, the owners say they are grateful to all their guests who spent time eating at Culpeppers. The owners say that they are beyond thankful for their wonderful staff. Culpeppers had other locations in the Central West End, Creve Coeur, and O'Fallon, Missouri. The Central West End location closed in 2019, the Creve Coeur location closed in 2013, and the O'Fallon, Missouri location closed in 2015.
Country singer Toby Keith has passed away due to stomach cancer. He was 62. Keith's website announced that the singer died peacefully surrounded by his family on February 5th. Keith told his fans he was diagnosed with stomach cancer in 2022. He was still performing up until December of 2023, 2 years after he was diagnosed. Those last 3 shows in Las Vegas were sold out.
Coming up, a look at the latest in weather and how that's going to affect the rest of the week, with a chance of rain this Friday.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere, and just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
Welcome back from the break. I'm Craig Eddy with your weekly weather checkup. Starting down south, we have a wide chance for rain storming around the southeast side. A stationary front is heading down from up north, which means we have a chance for rain or snow to follow. A chance for snow is waving across the southern half of Missouri. Finally, we have a warm front sliding in from the Pacific, meaning stormy weather is on its way to the northern side. Zooming into the local weather, we have a jump in temperature. The St. Louis area looks partly cloudy with a nice 61 degrees to take us across the state. Maryland Heights and St. Charles are looking at a sunny 60 degrees. With O'Fallon and St. Peter's following the same pattern of the sunny 60s, it's looking like a bright and sunny Valentine's Day. Looking at the 5-day forecast, It seems the warm weather on Wednesday does not last for long. From Thursdays to Friday, dropping in from the 40s with a low on Friday of 23 and chances for rain. Near the end of the week, the sun is coming out, but the weather is staying low in the mid 40s to 50s. That's your weather for the week. Let's go to Jack for the news.
Coming up in sports, I'll have the Super Bowl results and a recap of the Blues game.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Welcome to sports. I'm Jack Garner. The Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl by the score of 25-22. The Chiefs are the first team to win back-to-back championships in nearly 20 years. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes won his third Super Bowl MVP after throwing for 333 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also ran for 66 yards. Tight end Travis Kelce led the team in receiving yards with 93. The game went into overtime after kicker Harrison Butker tied the game at 19 with a field goal. The 49ers took the lead early in overtime, but the Chiefs scored on their next drive to win the game. The St. Louis Blues beat the Montreal Canadiens by the score of 7-2 on Sunday. The Blues started off hot when Alexei Toropchenko scored 25 seconds into the game. Braden Shen scored soon after. At the end of the game, Jake Neighbors recorded a Gordie Howe hat trick after notching a goal, an assist, and a fight. Torrey Krug had a career-high 5 assists. Robert Thomas also had 5 points in the game. The Lindenwood Lions men's hockey team lost 4-2 to the winless Stonehill Skyhawks this weekend. After a scoreless first period for the Lions, Aiden Yakmachuk scored his 7th goal this season to tie the game at 1. The Skyhawks scored 2 goals in the third period before David Gannon scored with less than 2 minutes left in the game to bring Lindenwood within 1. Stonehill was able to put the game away with less than a minute left, making the final score 4-2. That's all for sports. Back to you, Emily.
Apple's new virtual reality headset could pose potential serious health risks. The new Apple virtual reality headset is called Vision Pro. In it is a feature known as pass-through video. This feature uses cameras and other sensors to capture the outside world and reproduce it inside of the headset. Researchers fear that this could distort a person's ability to measure how close or far an object is, thus altering their ability to see after constant use. This could mean disastrous results if you use virtual reality to do things like skateboard, where knowing where you are in relation to other people and objects are important to ensure your safety.
That's it for this edition of Lindenwood News. I'm Isaac Isringhausen.
And I'm Emily Gawazinski. Thanks for joining us.